Hey guys, what's up? My name is Veeti Telang and we are ready with yet another webinar with ConvertoBot now that our deal is live in the Deals Marketplace. Today, we are going to be talking about ConvertoBot's awesome agency license and why you need to grab it right away as it's only available for a couple of weeks, right? So now agency licenses are all the rage right now for obvious reasons. So it's only obvious that we tell you why ConvertoBot's agency access is worth every penny of yours. To talk about it in detail, we have today with us Simon Wood again, one of the founders of ConvertoBot. Welcome, Simon. How is it going?
Hi there, all good, thanks. Thank you for having me back.
Oh, it's lovely to talk to you again, and we cannot wait to discover the agency license of ConvertoBot. So let's get started. What is the agency license and what is its power and what is the big deal about it?
Sure. Well, to give a very quick overview, the agency license is something that people can use to sell chatbots to third-party companies and websites. We have a lot of members who join us with the intention to just build chatbots for their own website. And when they get it on their website, they'll get friends and website visitors contact them and say, where did you get this from? How do you set it up? How complicated is it? How expensive is it? And what a lot of our members have done is actually turn around and say, well, I'll actually do it for you. So they've actually gone on to buy an agency license and are now selling chatbots to other websites when that wasn't their intention initially. So the power of this right now is that chatbots are still quite young and there is a lot of space out there to develop chatbots and put them on websites. And that is what we're giving people the opportunity to do. So yeah, getting there now when it's still new and fresh means that you can be an early adopter, and then obviously, yeah, there's more chance of you getting out there and getting new business than, let's say, another 5 or 10 years when it's going to be more of a saturated market.
True, yeah. And even if you aren't an agency today, and even if you're not considering the agency license, I'm sure that people will need it because chatbots are going to take over the businesses, right?
Yeah, well, I think, like I say, a lot of our members came to us just initially wanted just to put a bot on their own websites. They bought our package that allowed them to do that. And then they've decided at a later date, they want to be able to offer what our agency license does. So they've come back and then they bought the agency license when they didn't need to spend that money twice. They could have just come straight for the agency license initially. So I think there are some advantages of that, which I think we're going to go through a few of them in a demonstration shortly. But yeah, I think yeah, it's just a great opportunity for anybody, even if you've got a website that does online retail, still building chatbots is an extra revenue stream. And we're going to talk a little bit about, in fact, let me talk a little bit about that now, because a lot of people think when you build chatbots to sell to people, a lot of my friends know that I build chatbots and sell to people. They think you just build a chatbot and then you sell that for a one-off price, and then they go away with their chatbot and you go along and try and find new customers. When actually, for me, the power in chatbots is being able to offer a monthly value. So I've been known to actually give chatbots away for nothing on the basis that I will receive a monthly retainer for me to be able to edit, update the chatbot, monitor its performance, optimize it. So the monthly revenue that you can generate from chatbots is decent. So that's something that I think more and more people should be taking note of. And actually, I cover a lot of that in our training for our agency license users, how to not only attract new clients, but also how to maintain them, keep them, and have a long and strong relationship.
Nice. So what you're saying is that for a one-time price, you can start charging your clients a recurring fee. So yeah, like you can recover the price that you will be spending right now with just one client practically. Right?
Absolutely. So for a start, you can sell one small chatbot for, say, around about $250, depending on the size. Obviously, the more work that goes in, the more you have to charge. And obviously, the bigger the bot, then the more that it does, the more there is for you to do on a monthly basis to make sure that the bot's optimized. And then the more you can charge. I go into that in more detail, as I say, and there's probably not enough time to cover that in real detail, but you can sort of charge anything from $99 a month all the way up to $999 a month, depending on the size of the bot and the company that you're targeting. So that gives you an idea on the potential. If you had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 clients, all paying you a monthly retainer, it's a really nice revenue stream to have.
Lovely. So yeah, let's get started with the demo then. Can't wait to see it.
Okay. So let me share my screen with you. So if you could just let me
Yeah,
know when you can see our
sure.
ConvertoBot dashboard. It should come up any minute now.
Yep, can see it.
Okay, great. So we're going to focus on the agency license up here today. So I'm going to go through everything that comes with that. The first thing to mention, as we've just been talking about selling, we do have up here to download a zip folder with loads of proposal templates. So this will be stuff like email marketing templates. If you want to contact people and companies out there via email, we have a series of emails that we've got ready for you to send. We've got sales proposals and stuff like that in there. And again, I cover that in the training videos on how to use those when contacting people. But that's something just to let you know that on the sales side of it, you're not left on your own. So if we come down to other things from within the agency license. So one of the main features of the agency license is being able to create sub-users. So rather than, let's say you had 15 clients, rather than managing them all from one account where all of their chatbots it's stored in one place, all of the data analytics is in one place, you can create a sub-account for every client you have. And this just means it's easier for you to manage. Everything within that one account is relevant to is relevant to that one client. And when it comes to producing reports, optimizing, it just makes your life much, much easier. So if you've got a new client, to create a new account for them, all you simply need to do is enter an email address for the account. I'm just going to do a test account now. I'm going to call it test ConvertoBot. I'm going to put a new password in. And then you need to allocate the number of bots to that account. Now, this is going to depend on the agreement that you put in place with them. So if I've got a new client and I've agreed to build them 3 chatbots to do 3 different things on their website, don't worry too much about that. But, you know, and I've charged them X amount of fee, then I just want to allocate 3 bots to their account. You have total control over how many bots are allocated to each account. But I'm just going to do 10 for now in this example. So that sub-user account is now set up. And at the end, I'm going to come back. I'm actually going to log into that account and show you what that looks like. But while we're in this account, I want to go back to the agency license page and just show you what else that comes with the agency license. So first of all, we have a completely done for you chatbot agency website. What this does is it shows the portfolio for all of the chatbots that you want to show. Basically, it's a good place to send people to give them a demonstration on what a chatbot looks like. And you can control all of this content. I'm going to show you how you do that in just a moment. Below that, we have a bit of content on what chatbots are. We have some about us content and some chat stats as well, just to help people understand exactly where chatbots are going in the future. And then below that, we have contact details. And of course, we have our own purpose-built chatbot, which is designed specifically for a chatbot agency, and all sites come with that pre-installed. So you don't have to worry about any content or anything. It is all completely done for you. But just to show you exactly how you can manage that, we have a website builder, and in here you can enter your site name, and this is going to make changes up here. So you can see this one's called Bot Agency, but you can completely change that. You can add a new logo, favicon images. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. I mentioned about the portfolio. Whatever chatbots you have in your account, and at the moment this account only has 1, so I'd only be able to display 1, but you can basically select whichever ones you want to appear in the portfolio, or select all, and they will appear here for people to use as previews. And I'll just show you that as a preview, it just pops out on the side of the page here, so anyone can preview that bot. Now that doesn't actually load because I haven't launched it yet, but and then as for the content, you've got complete control over this. It comes completely pre-populated, but you can change this, edit this, add bits if you want to. You can also add testimonials. So when you do get clients, there's a testimonial section that will appear. You can put an image in, a name, and what they say in their testimonial, then that will appear on the homepage as well. So you have complete control over that. And obviously your contact details where you want to be contacted. So that is all included within our agency license. Very easy and quick to set up. Coming back to the page, we've got 2 lots of videos. One is agency training videos. So all of the videos in this section are specific to the agency user management, website management, and everything involved in there. And then we also have some VIP training videos. And these are exclusive again to the agency license purchasers. And this really focuses on how to attract chatbot clients, how to manage them, and everything that's involved in basically selling and providing a service, building and managing chatbots. So it really does cover everything from beginning to end. And we've aimed this at people who might not even know what a chatbot is, find out what a chatbot is and think it's a brilliant opportunity to build a small chatbot agency. Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of what we tried to put together here, to help people from start to finish. So I hope that covers the majority of what's involved within our agency license. As I say, I could sit here and talk for the next 4 hours, but I know that's going to be too long. And if anybody does have any questions, then I'll be more than happy to answer them at a later date. But I think that covers everything that's shown within the agency. So would you like me now to have a log into the user account that we set up and show you some of the features from in there?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward, and we can just jump to logging in as the test client that it just created.
Okay, no problem. So let's actually remembered the email address. Let me just put the password in because that might not be correct. So here we are. We've logged into the sub-user account. So this would be your client's account if you're an agency license holder. And one thing that I want to show, because it's quite important, is the ability to brand a chatbot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load a chatbot from one of our templates so I don't have to actually build one. I'm just going to pick a random one, which is a recruitment consultant. And I want to actually just run a quick preview on this chatbot. This is what the chatbot will look like when it appears on the site. It will obviously appear in a widget. This is just a preview pop-out. But you'll see at the bottom here, it says powered by ConvertoBot. Now, we have the ability to change this branding, and there's two ways that we can do this. One is to change the branding for every single bot that appears in our account. And to do that, we would come over to General Settings here, and there's a tab here for bot branding, sorry. And then you can enter your own brand. So I'm just going to put Simon's brand, and then let's say I had my own website called simon.com. Then I can turn it on and update. And what that's going to do is now every bot that we build or use from template within our account here is going to show the branding that we've just set in the settings. If I now preview this bot again, you can see that it's coming up with Simon's brand. Okay. So let's say we had 10 bots in here and they all wanted to use Simon's brand. It's easy that we don't have to do that every time for every bot. So we just do that in the main settings for this account. Now, let's say we wanted to change the branding on just a few bots within our account. Well, we can do that on a bot by bot basis as well. So you'll see that I've just loaded up a separate template in here. And this time what I'm going to do is go into the settings for this chatbot. And right at the bottom, we have the option to just change the branding on this bot alone. So this time I'm going to do Simon Wood's brand. I'm going to put a different simonwood.com, turn that on and save. So it's told me that is an invalid link, so I've put too many slashes in. So I'm going to save that this time. And now when I go back to my builder and I preview, despite the fact that the main bot branding is for Simon's brand, and that will appear on every single bot we build, because I've done this one isolated within the settings for that bot, it means it can be different. So every branding on every bot can be completely different, but you do have ultimate control on the settings page if you just want to do it once for all bots. Mm-hmm. I hope that helps answer some of the questions there regarding how you can brand each of the bots for the sub-user accounts.
Yep. Can you talk a little about what happens after the sub-user or / the client has created their first bot, and how they can track their own limit of the bots that are in their account?
Okay, sure. So I'm just going to log out of this sub-user account, and I'm going to log back into the main account here. Now, you'll know that agency license come with 100 bots. So you can create as many sub-user accounts as you want. but you are limited to 100 bots. Now you can see here that this says number of bots available, 89. And the reason it says 89 is because it's 100 minus 11. You can see that I've got one bot in my account, and I've just added 10 bots to that sub-user account. So I've used 11 bots of my 100. But obviously, if I felt that I'd given too many to that sub-user and I only wanted them to have 5, I could go back into the agency license, into user management, and I can edit this sub-user account and say I only want them to have 5 bots now. And when I go back to my agency license dashboard, you can see now it says 94. So I've just taken 5 back. So I've got 1 down here, and the 5 that are in that sub-user account is the 6 that are not showing. Okay. So that is how you can keep a track of how many bots you've got left within your agency license.
Mm-hmm.
I would say actually one thing that I would point out very quickly is that 100 bots sounds like quite a lot, but you'll be surprised at how quickly they can go. For example, I've got a client that I've just done some work on. He wanted to do something quite unique with the way he wanted to set up, and he wanted a different character in a different bot on each pages. So I think something like his website has something like 13 different bots on it. Now, obviously, my charges were set accordingly because that creates more work for me, but it's in my interest to give him those 13 bots because it's going to generate me more income. So you can get through chatbots quite quickly. I would say the average customer would use 2 or 3 chatbots, I find, per client, because you can have different types of chatbots as well. You can have a widget, you can have an exit chatbot, you can have an embedded bot. So if somebody wants a widget and an exit bot and they want on one page to have an embedded bot, they've already used 3 chatbots. So you can get through 100 quite quickly. It sounds like a lot, but they can go quicker than you think.
Yeah, all the more reason for stacking this offer, guys, because you can stack it up to like 5 times. So the more chatbots you have, the merrier.
I would say that's a serious consideration for anybody that does want to take this forward as a chatbot agency, or the ability to offer this to people, because you'll be surprised, like I say, how quickly you can run down on bots. It happened a lot quicker for me than I thought when we first started this.
True, yeah. So, Simon,
the thing is as well that you find, sorry to cut in. The thing is as well you find, I mean, I mentioned that plenty of our clients put a chatbot on their own site, and then their friends and family and other site businesses visiting them are saying, well, what is that? Where does it? How does it come? You get the same thing as well by sending it out to clients. People will say to clients, where did you get that from? And then the client will point them back to me. So one client might take 3 bots, but they might give me more clients that takes on another 6 to 8 bots. So you can see how quickly the sort of 2 people telling 2 people telling 2 people means you run out of bots very, very quickly.
Word of mouth, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So, Simon, for the sub-user as well, the client as well, the design settings and everything else remains the same, right?
Yeah, completely the same. So all of the design stuff that we went through in the previous video with regards to changing the color, the bubbles, the background, all of that kind of stuff. Once you're in the chatbot builder, it's all exactly the same as it is in the main account.
Okay. Okay. Great. So that takes care of your colors, your logos, and the powered by notice. Everything else is completely brandable as per your brand, which is more or less the purpose of an agency license. So guys, we are pretty sorted here. All right. Anything else do we have here, or we're good to go?
I think we've covered pretty much everything, the main advantages. As I say, we could talk for hours and hours about the intricacies of the different things provided within the agency license. So if anybody does have any specific questions, I'm happy to jump on another webinar like this and go through the questions that come up.
We'll do that. We'll do that. The next webinar that we do, we will address all the most frequently asked questions about the tool. And of course, I'm pretty sure that there will be a lot of questions coming in our way regarding the agency license. So we'll definitely talk about them at length. And what I'm most excited about is the roadmap of ConvertoBot in the near future, which is something that we've also mentioned on the deal detail page, that the ConvertoBot is coming up with all these awesome features. So we'll talk about those at length as well in the next webinar that we do.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing that's important to let people know, is that chatbots are constantly changing. They're still fairly new and still fairly fresh. So what you're able to do with them is constantly changing. So we're staying in line with what's going on with technology to make sure that our chatbot has all the features at the cutting edge. And also we add new features based on customer feedback. So if we have a customer that feels like the bot can't do something that they want it to be able to do or something slightly different, then we take all of that into consideration and it goes into our development pipeline. So yeah, we have plenty of things coming up for the rest of this year and into next year in terms of future development.
Yep. So let's talk about it the next time then, definitely.
Yeah. That's fine.
Great then. So I think we're pretty sorted with this. And guys, the deal is now live. So yeah, it's going to be up for another 2 or 3 weeks. So better get on it right away so as not to regret it later. That's the thing with deals. And with that, I think we're good to go. And we'll catch you next time with another webinar. Great, then. Thank you so much, Simon, for your insights on the agency license. It was
okay. Fun. No problem. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. All right, then. We'll catch you again next time.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you so much. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.